As Philip said, I work for a program called AWS Restart. Actually work for an organization called Generation. We are a global youth unemployment organization, and we partner globally with AWS to do a number of things. The first one is there is a recognized skills gap across sectors when it comes to cloud skills. 2/3 of IT employers recognize that their teams don't necessarily have the right skills to further the organization's objectives. They are also aware of the fact that it is difficult to attract talent. And this is where we come up. The AWS Restart program has a dual mission. What we do is we help prepare people who've had barriers to employment, so people who are unemployed or underemployed. We train them and help through classroom-based training. We train them and help connect them with employers. So we do this, we do a mix of things with the cohorts that we have. We've developed a curriculum that is largely based on shadowing people in roles, so trying to understand as a cloud engineer, as a site reliability engineer, as a junior DevOps engineer, what are the things that make people successful? And on the back end of this, and working with AWS, we've created an in-person skills-based training. We then follow that up and support people to be certified and to follow the AWS certifications, and then connect our cohorts with employers. The idea being that we match and we find employers from across sectors and match them with some of the wonderful graduates that we have from our program. And usually magic happens, and you have great talent on your team from then on. We work with a variety of employers, so you'll see across sectors, fairly sector agnostic. We've had some consultancies in the mix, some news organizations. We're also working with retailers, so it really is across the board. So this was a very quick pitch for you guys. I don't want to take up too much time, but what I will say is we have some of the latest graduates from the AWS Restart program in the room. I don't know if you guys want to identify yourselves or not. They are probably much better placed than I am to talk about the program and sort of to explain to you a little bit more what the experience has been and how the program works. So I would, A, really encourage people to connect with them. B, feel free to reach out if you are interested in finding out more about the program, or if you're an employer or know companies who are facing those kinds of gaps and would be interested in participating, or if you are a young person or know young people who would be interested in applying for the program. We are present in London. We have a cohort starting on November 4th that will graduate mid-February 2020. We have cohorts that just launched in Manchester. We will have cohorts starting in Birmingham and in Dublin next year. So I think this is it for me. Thank you so much for the opportunity.